welcome to the Arielle Show. I am in tour world right now, in tour headspace, so I thought I would do a really fun Q&A today on the Arielle Show. Super casual, just answering your questions. I took to Twitter to ask what you wanted to learn, and my handle is @BarbieArielle, so if you're not following me on there, follow me. I'm very inconsistent though, so just a heads up. But we got so many great questions, I probably can't even get through them in time. I should probably start at the beginning. Diana asks, would you ever dye your hair any other neon color? Yes, I sure would, in the sense that, like, I'm sure I would. I have before. I've had purple and blue and red, not green because I hate green. So are there other colors? I'm sure there are. Oh, not yellow, not orange. None of that would really work for me. So anything in like the purple, blue, red department, and pink is good. But I don't really want to have it any other color besides pink. I have like seriously matched my entire life to my hair, and I think I would just have to start over a life. Like, I'd have to rebuild my wardrobe, rebuild my entire perception, rebuild all my lipstick colors. It would just be a nightmare. So I think I'm gonna stick with pink till I'm about 75, till I realize it's not cool anymore, and then I'll let my natural hair grow out, and it'll probably be white by then. Okay, May asks, what's the best part about writing music? Hold on, I got some sticker proofs in for the tour I gotta check. Ooh, these are cute. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I get my own sticker. My face is on a sticker. This is so great. But what's so cool is that I get my own and Sean gets his own, and I didn't know this. Oh snap. May wants to know, what's the best part about writing music? Well, May, I think the best part is self-expression. The fact that I get to have something that I want to say and then be able to put it in some kind of lyrical, melodic combination and have it kind of turn into a product. So not a product, I'm sorry, a piece of art. So basically you have something abstract and then it turns into something a little bit more tangible that you can revisit later, you can listen to later, and it's not just like all stuck inside. And then the next greatest thing is being able to share that with other people. For one, it makes me feel like my feelings are real now all of a sudden because they're in a thing. But second of all, people echo back to me that they get how I'm feeling, which makes me feel a little bit less crazy. And that's the best part, feeling validated. Like, my version of the human experience is relatable? I don't know. Thanks for asking. Titus asks, how do you stay motivated to make videos? As a YouTuber who's trying, but things keep going wrong, it gets demotivating. Oh man, Titus, I can totally relate to that. If I'm being honest, I have ups and downs with this Arielle Show thing. There are some months that I just love it and I feel so grateful, and that's most of the time. But yeah, there are totally times when it seems like a lot of work, when I don't know if it really matters. I don't know if it's growing fast enough to make it worth the effort. You know, it's easy to go down the YouTube rabbit hole and compare yourself to all these other people that seem to have it made, you know, that have like this whole team around them and you know they're just making bank every week. I will say that my Patreon, Helping the Arielle Show, has made it a lot more meaningful to me because now I can see that there's a group of people, I think it's about 70, 75, that support the show every week, and so it feels like it's not just me. You know, it's kind of like all of us are in it together, and so who am I to just pull the plug and be like, hey guys, peace out, I can't do this anymore. So for that, it makes me want to keep going. And honestly, every time that I get good feedback about it, in the sense that you guys are telling me like, hey, this really helped me, or hey, this was inspiring, that's like, oh, I gotta keep doing this. Savannah asks, do you have any tips on how to re-love yourself? That's kind of an interesting question. I haven't really thought of it in terms of re-loving, but I can relate to that because I had my self-love epiphany moment in 2012. It was like a very moment in time, and now it's 2017, so that was 5 years ago. So yeah, in those 5 years I have fallen off the wagon and jumped back on of loving myself and taking good care of myself. And I have kind of built maps to myself in that time, so when I'm not super in it, I have some things I can kind of come back to, and visuals, like abstract visual pictures and songs and music. I was in Sweden last year, and being in another country is just so freaking good for the soul, and it kind of blows your mind because all the little routines that you're in, all the, even cultural things that you're used to, it all kind of comes crashing down. Even though Sweden is my birthplace and my family's there and stuff, it was still a very eye-opening experience. And about a week and a half in, I had this moment where I just snapped back to myself, and I don't know if I fell back in love with myself is the right word, but I knew myself. I saw myself, and I was like, yes, I love who that person is. And that's not always the case, but for me, it was because I was I was going to art museums, I was exposing myself to all these creative things, and it was just like the perfect storm of magic. So what I did that night was I went back to Cousin Anna's apartment and I just journaled it all out like crazy. And I wrote down, hey, this wrapper makes you feel like yourself. This color makes you feel like yourself. This food, picture this moment, remember this. And I just honed it all in. And no lie, you guys, like a month ago, I revisited this very, intense journal entry and I was back. I was like, oh shit, yes. And I was so grateful that I captured it. So I would encourage you to, when you're feeling it, like when you're like, yeah, I totally love myself, somehow capture that in a way that you can revisit it. It doesn't have to be a journal entry. It can even be just you talking into your phone about why you connect with yourself and what a difference it makes in your life. I know I'm going off on a little tangent here, but when you love yourself, it makes your whole life so much better. Like I say this from experience, I feel so much lighter. I feel present. It's night and day compared to when I'm being super hypercritical and beating myself up. So in those moments when I'm feeling good, I try to just maximize that and make it easy for me to find myself next time that I get off track. A Girl Has No Name wants to know, what's my favorite Linkin Park song? I think it's Paper Cut off of Heavy Theory, which is the first song on the first album. Love it. Ruth asks, is there going to be a meet and greet in Houston? There sure is. We do the VIP meet and greet, which is a lot more intimate, just smaller numbers, a lot more time to hang out at the beginning of the show. And then after the show, we do a more general, everyone can come by, say hey. It's usually a little bit more rushed though, to be honest. We're signing, but there's people behind us. You just gotta make it go quick. But yeah, we definitely would love to meet you. We'd love to say hey. So we'll see you in Houston, Ruth. King of the Lab says, let's spread some love. Are there some artists that you absolutely love and think they deserve more recognition? Well, of course, yes. The first one that came to mind when I read this was K-Flay. Oh my god, go check out her stuff, guys. Her voice is just so yummy and so untraditional. Her look even, I think, is so unique. And I'm just loving everything she does. She's evolved. I'm just so rooting for her and cheering her on. Melissa Clifton says, who is your favorite Disney princess? Okay. I wasn't allowed to watch Disney movies growing up. I come from that kind of very strict conservative family. I think it was because there was witches or magic or something like that, and so they just made it all inaccessible to us. And so I didn't watch, for example, Little Mermaid until I was 20. But yeah, Ariel's cool. She needs to change her name to make it sound more like mine. It's whatever. Chris asks, what is your favorite inspirational quote at the moment? I am rereading You Can Heal Your Life, which I've talked about on here before, and she says something really cool. She says, never criticize yourself. Never criticize your past actions. And that's been really powerful to me because I am really good at criticizing myself, beating myself up, being a perfectionist, just hyper picking things apart. So it's been really good to help me back off the ledge when I find myself second guessing something or being dang, why did I do that? That was so stupid. Or why did I make that decision at that time in my life? I shouldn't have done that. Instead of kind of beating myself up and being what is wrong with you? It's helped me just be okay, I did the best I could with the knowledge that I had, with where I was at in my life. So there's no reason for me to make myself feel worse by adding a bunch of pain to that moment. I might as well just move on. You guys, this is less than half of it, but I did want to thank you all for submitting your questions. I will answer more of these another time. Please come out to the You Can't Kill Us tour. We are going out with Assuming We Survive and October Sky, and then there will be a local opener from your city at every show as well. So I will put the tour dates up in just a second. And I love you, and subscribe, and I'll see you next week when I will be on tour. Bye, babe.